for more on this, let's bring in Mark Zauderer. He is a partner at the law firm Flemming, Zulack, Williamson, and Zauderer. And Mark, you actually helped the former NYSC Chairman Dick Grasso defend himself against the former Attorney General, that was Eliot Spitzer, over the whole compensation package. You won, so certainly you know about these Attorney Generals and you have some experience. And John raises the question, which is very interesting. I mean, what happens then now that he is running for governor?
That's an excellent question. The irony here is that when Andrew Cuomo ran for Attorney General, Wall Street was probably not the #1 item on his agenda. It had been handled by Eliot Spitzer. There were many other ideas he had. And ironically, so much came across his transom during his tenure as Attorney General that he had to focus on it. I think he's done an extremely effective job. He runs a very professional office. I think that will put him in good stead when he runs for governor.
Let's talk about this issue of settlement. It takes two to tango. We've seen some settlements already under his watch. How does Wall Street view this situation, you think?
I think Wall Street is waiting. It's a wait-and-see attitude that Wall Street has. I think one of the things that has characterized Cuomo's approach in investigations, in my impression in dealing with the office, is they've been vigorous but very fair. And you have the maximum opportunity as a regulator to encourage a settlement if you're both tough and fair. If you overdo it, if you're too aggressive in an irresponsible way, you're not going to get effective settlements with Wall Street, and Wall Street's not going to want to settle.
I mean, you mentioned the word effective. I mean, how is that going to then? I mean, inevitably, though, if you're running for governor, you're going to be less effective, no?
No, I think to the contrary. I think that we're going to see that if he becomes governor, that he's going to have some synergistic opportunities. If there's an attorney general that follows the same path, and as governor, I think he has the legislative mechanism to try to get done what he wants to do. So I think he's actually not going to abandon this during the campaign. I think he's going to stay the course.
Mark, what about the reality that Wall Street brings in a lot of tax money for the state of New York? And as governor, you have to be thinking about that, too.
Well, a healthy Wall Street brings in tax money. So I think they're not inconsistent.
Still bringing in tax money, though.
Right, that's for sure.
Okay. And in terms of the role, between the AG and the governor, what do you think is the most important, I guess, strategy or tactic that, or I guess, skill from being an AG that you bring into the governor's role?
Well, there are certain skills in common. And remember, Cuomo headed a major federal agency, HUD, in the Attorney General's office. He's had a significant role in administration. He's brought in some very, very, and I know many of these people, very experienced professionals. And I think when he goes into the governor's office, he's going to be able to do the same thing and attract some very, very good professionals. And he's been has a reputation for being a good administrator. So I think he'll do very well with that if he gets in the executive mansion.
And in a word, the candidates to replace him as Attorney General, you think they're going to stay tough?
There's some very, very fine candidates. I mean, we have an embarrassment of riches in terms of the candidates who are running. I see in the press that he's backing one particular one, but I think they're all very, very good.